Well, so much for all the talk about the real estate bubble on the Lower Mainland with the recent downturn in both sales and prices. Here's Deb Hope with tonight's insight and news of a reversal of that trend.
Yes, absolutely, Chris. Thank you. The numbers are coming from the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver. They show that home sales are way up over this time last year, and home prices are down, but only a little. And in fact, they are starting to trend up once again. It's all good news if you're a home owner, but not so good if you're looking to buy.
Great, so this is your sort of traditional Richmond house, a 4-year-old home. It's got a second kitchen as well as your main kitchen here.
This 3,045 square foot home is currently on the market for just under $1.4 million. It's in Richmond, one of the hot markets in the Greater Vancouver area, and while it's been up for sale for a few months now, Realtor Austin Kay is expecting to sell it in the next few weeks, especially given the spike in July home sales.
Personally, ourselves, we're about double in sales what we were last year, and I think the overall market's about the same in Richmond, probably a little bit more than double.
Traditionally, June and July are quiet when it comes to home sales, but this year July was a hot sales month according to the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver. Home sales were up 40% compared to July 2012 and up 11.5% from June.
We actually see that as a pent-up demand. We've seen a correction in the marketplace over the last 6 months of 2012, with January actually of this year being the lowest point. And since then we have seen a trend, an increase in our sales.
The pent-up demand was due in part to a smaller inventory and a slowdown in sales at the end of last year. As well, an increase in mortgage rates is being blamed. As for home prices, they're down 2.3% from last year, but they have recovered a bit over the past few months. Real estate analysts say that we are in the midst of a balanced market that is leveling off across Greater Vancouver.
Well, you would have had some pent-up demand in some areas where it had been over the last 6 months of last year a little bit slower and quieter, and there had been an adjustment in price in areas like West Vancouver, Richmond, North Vancouver, and they are actually 3 of the areas right now where we've seen a strong increase in the amount of sales.
And realtors are looking into the fall, hoping this upswing will translate into dollars.
We've come through June and July with very, very strong numbers, so I'd like to think that the fall is going to be very, very good.
Jennifer Palma, Global News.
And one last note about real estate. More than 25,000 homes changed ownership in Greater Vancouver last year, and the total dollar value of residential sales through MLS in Greater Vancouver totaled $18.6 billion. And that, Chris, is a lot of money.
It certainly is. All right. Thanks very much, Deb.